It is said that good things come to those who wait, and sometimes you have to wait just a little bit longer than you expect. This is the case for my new workshop. It's taken me over 2.5 years for the shop to be completed to the point where I can actually start making projects again. See, back in 2020, I was visiting my dad here in Pennsylvania. When during one of our conversations, he asked me if I wouldn't mind coming home to help him out. At the time, Dad was 87 and was without Mom for 19 years. We lost her in 2001. He had Parkinson's disease and was having a difficult time doing normal everyday tasks, so I did what every loving son should do. I quit my job, put my house up for sale in Tennessee, moved back home to Pennsylvania. The plan was for me to help Dad with everyday tasks that he couldn't accomplish on his own, like grocery shopping, driving to the doctors. Fate stepped in and had different plans for Dad and I. He ended up moving in with me. And let me tell you, being a caretaker for an elderly parent is not the easiest job in the world, but at some point in their life, you may end up needing to take care of them. It's what children should do for their parents. In a way, it's kind of paying them back for all the things that they've sacrificed for you as you grew up and over your lifetime. Because once a parent, you're always a parent. You never stop. And being a caretaker takes up a good portion of your day. And it was very rare that I got some time to work in the shop or have some time to myself. After some time, I was able to get some assistance from an outside help, and I was able to get some things done in the shop. Being morbidly obese and trying to build a shop at the same time was, needless to say, just a wee bit difficult. So I enlisted the help of some of my younger cousins to help with the heavy lifting. But little did I know, they would do most of the heavy lifting because of my condition, because I was only able to work for about 15 minutes. Then I had to sit down and take a break. The cousins helped out a lot, and we were able to get a lot of the things done in the shop. In November of 2022, I lost Dad. Even though I thought I was prepared for his loss, I really wasn't ready to say goodbye. Having no brothers or sisters to lean on made it all that more difficult. For the first time in my life, I felt truly alone, and I fell into a deep depression, the likes that I have never felt before. Didn't want to leave the house, didn't want to see anybody, didn't want to talk to anybody, didn't want to come down to the workshop. My health and mental status were not the greatest, and I honestly thought within 2 years I was going to be gone. I had to do something to get out of this funk. So the plan for me was to attend WorkbenchCon 2023. So I went all out. Instead of flying to Atlanta, I decided to take the Amtrak and make that part of the vacation experience. Because the last time I was on a train, I was like knee-high to a grasshopper, and I've always loved trains since I was a little kid. Because my grandfather worked on the railroad, and my dad always had a model railroad in every basement that I grew up in. 2 days before the conference, the train departed Philadelphia, and I headed to Atlanta. As we left Philadelphia, I thought maybe I was just coming down with a cold or something. But when I arrived in Atlanta, that cold that I thought I was having turned into something so worse. I spent most of my time at the conference in my room, freezing and sweating. On the return trip home, I think I got sicker, and I spent the next 2 months recovering. I started to feel better around Easter of 2023, but for some reason, I was compelled to attend church. I will say that day changed my life, and I have made a video based on that experience. If anyone would like to see it, please message me on Facebook or Instagram at Wolf Woodworking Creations, and I'll send you a link. I met a lady in church, and she changed my life. She helped me lose 85 pounds, 85. Most of my physical ailments were gone. My depression had lessened, and I felt better than I had in 10 years. So I was able to work again, and I set my sights on finishing my shop and hopefully one day starting that little small woodworking business. None of this would have been possible without God, Coach Holly, or my amazing cousin. Together, they've made the man that you are seeing right now in front of you, and I couldn't be happier or more grateful to all of them. So, on to the shop tour.